For making the changes and improvements to our extension, we need to make changes to both in our backend and our extension code. First, we need to add new fields in our DTO class email request. So let me just open it. Okay. So in the email request, first I will remove these existing setters and getters and all of the constructors that are there, and then I'm going to add two new fields over here. So first I'm going to add the length, which will be in words for the email reply that we are generating, and second I'm going to add string instruction. So this is basically for the instruction we would want to give to our AI tool as to what direction the email reply should be generated. Now I'm going to use IntelliJ to generate the constructors. So have created a default constructor, and now I'm going to generate a parameterized constructor. So I'm going to select all and then click on OK. Similarly, I will do the getters and setters. Okay, so this is done. Now I'll make changes in the service class to accommodate all of these two new fields there. So I'll head over to the service, and now what needs to change over here is since we have given the API key, that remains the same, and this also remains the same. There is no need to change this either. Also the text and all, that is good. Now this message build prompt, that is going to change a bit. So right now what we have is this condition. If the get tone is not null and not empty, then what we are doing is we are actually appending the prompt, and we are saying use a professional tone or whatever that is selected by the user. I will actually copy this if condition, and then I'll paste it here. So instead of get tone, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say get length. Okay, and here also I'll change it to get length is empty. Okay, so if the length is not empty, then we will say, instead of user, I'm going to write make the reply under, and here I'm going to say email request dot get append, I'm going to say get length. Okay, and then I'm going to say instead of tone words here. So what? Okay, so now we will add another if condition for the instruction that we are going to pass. So instead of length, we will say instruction, and I'm going to copy this same and change it over here and in the method as well. Okay, now this is done. So we're going to say just instruction, nothing else. So instruction, and then I'm going to get this instruction over here, and then instead of words, just full stop. Okay, I think we are good here. And talking about the controller, I don't think there is anything needed, because we are sending email request in the request body. So we have already changed this and added two new fields. So the API request body will be a bit of changed. I think I have created it over here. So we will have to add length and instruction. Now, just to note that both of these are actually optional. So without these, also the API will work properly. So let me just build this again. I saved it. Okay, the build is successful, and then we will run this program as well. Okay, this is live now. So now we need to change actually the manifest and the JS file that we were working on. What do we need to change in manifest? Actually, there is one permission that we need to allow for our extension before moving ahead. That is the side panel. So since we are trying to open a side panel like this one over here for Emily, that I open. So I will actually need to give this permission as in here. So let me just copy this once. I'll copy this permission as it is, and then I'm going to paste it here. I'm going to give a comma, and I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to save this now. Now moving ahead in content.js, what we need to do is first of all, let us go to the top. So get email content, that will remain the same. We are going to use the same query selectors. Then compose toolbar is going to be the same. AI drop down, I think we need to change it a bit. Let me check. Okay, select is given, and I have removed the CSS that were already here, because since we have like another CSS file over here, so we'll make use of that instead of inline CSS. So okay, then drop down dot class name. We have mentioned the class name, and then tones are there. This is going to be the same. Okay, after this, actually when we go to the create AI button in this method, what we're going to do is we are also going to remove this CSS. I think this yeah. So I'm going to change it. Instead of this, I'll say button dot class name is equal to single quotes AI reply, but okay, not this, just AI reply, but got it. Then after this, inner HTML is going to be the same, button.set attribute is the same, and then coming to inject button. So what we really want is along with the buttons, we also want that when the reply button is clicked, we need to create the sidebar. So I'm going to do that just after this. So the last step will be to create the sidebar. So we will be calling this function over here. Remember that we haven't yet created this function, so we have to create it. So I'm going to create it after this function ends. So actually GitHub Copilot was giving us some instruction as to suggestion as to what to create, but I think I have created one over here, so I'm going to make use of it. So this is the function. I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to paste it. So yeah, this is done, and after that I think okay, this actually came out already, so I'm going to remove this. It's the same thing as this one. So what we actually did with the sidebar is we created one sidebar, and we are also fetching the same API over there. So it is going to one thing, when the compose toolbar window is open, let me go to the browser. Okay, so just a second. Okay, so suppose you are trying to reply to this mail. Okay, so when you click on this button reply, so there will be the compose window over here, but there will also be a sidebar that opens up here, and it will not close automatically. So there will be a close button over here, which I have given in the create sidebar. So you can see there is one close button as well. Let me just scroll up. Okay, so once we create the sidebar, we have created one element, and inside which we have given this close button. So this close button, user will be able to click on it and then close the sidebar if he wants. And then inside the sidebar, what we are doing is this is the title we have given it, and then we will give this drop down as select tone, and then after that reply length, specify the reply length. This will be in terms of words, so you can enter like 100 or whatever, that will help you. And then we will be asking this question: what specifically do you wish to convey in the reply? So this will be text area actually. So basically, yeah, so the user can actually give like extensive prompt for this, instruction for this. If he has a big instruction, he can give that. So yeah, and then we will call this API request from the backend, which will actually consist of these four. Okay, so we are actually making use of the API twice. The first time what we are doing is we are passing only the first two fields. Now in this one we are actually passing all those fields from over here. So okay, so now let us do one thing. Let us add the CSS file as well. I have the CSS generated by ChatGPT, since I'm not a front-end person, so I always do that. So I will just save this one. One more thing we can do for now is we can commit this code. It is always a good practice to actually commit with an extensive message. So I have written that message already in advance. So I'm going to just copy this and paste it. It actually, like, if you work on a project and you haven't worked on it for some time, you are opening it after a long time, so you don't really understand everything, you don't really remember everything. So version history is the only thing that helps you get back to this if you do not add a lot of comments in your code. So version history actually helps both otherwise. So I'm committing this code. So now let us see our improved code in action. So for this I'm going to check once. Okay, the API is actually working, it is live now. So I'll go to the Google Chrome now. I will go to the extensions and I will reload this. I'll reload this page just to get rid of any unexpected errors. So again I'll click on reply. So it is giving me buttons in the compose toolbar, and it is also opening up a separate side panel for me to view. Now how this side panel actually consumes, for that we need to check on post. So suppose this is the email content against which we need to generate the reply. So the tone is professional, professional. If I click on send, it will still give me the reply. So whether or not these two fields are populated, it will still give me the reply. Now in the instruction, if I give it like ask them for the address, since this is about a position, I don't even know where to come to discuss about that position. So I'm asking about the address, so it will be in the reply. You can see, to assist me in the planning my visit, could you please provide me with the full address of your office. So it is working like this, it is working fine. Let us also try it here on the front end side. So I'm going to keep it 100 over here for length, and tone is professional, and I'm going to say thanks. Inform them I will be there. Now I'll click on AI reply and it will be coming in here. I think I okay. Just have to remove this. I'll click on AI reply again. So yeah, the API is giving the reply. I think it is giving twice because it is being called in another function, but that is fine. We can actually change it. So the reply is coming successfully, which is what we wanted. Okay, so now let us compare our smart email assistant with Gemini Gem and Email AI. So I have actually created some pointers on which we can compare the three different approaches to generate email replies. First one is the integration with Gmail. So our extension basically injects directly with the Gmail UI. So it is basically a one toolbar button and sidebar injection as well, and it basically relies on DOM manipulations, and that's why we are using mutation observer in our code. And talking about Gemini Gem, it is basically an external tool, so there is no direct Gmail integration. It requires us to open a separate window and then copy paste the email content back and forth between the tabs. Then after that, when we talk about Emily AI extension, it is actually deeply integrated with the entire browser as a whole. So it actually appears native to Gmail, but because of some things, we actually created one our only instead of using Emily AI. As we talked about it, it was actually covering the email content that was there, so it is not really a good choice for us. It actually includes some really good features additionally, like the snippets and the summaries for the email. Talking about AI capabilities, so our smart email assistant actually relies on a separate backend server. In this case, we are using a local host. So there is basically a simple email contact extraction in our case. When we talk about Gemini Gem, it integrates directly with Gemini. So since we are not creating a wrapper and we are directly approaching the Gemini API, so will potentially get real good quality and that too real fast in terms of replies that are generated. And if you talk about the Emily AI extension, so it is variable. Sometimes the AI understands a lot and it gives a good reply. Sometimes it might or may not give a really quality of reply. But yeah, there if you instruct it on something, it will actually give you a good one. So, if we talk about customization, what happens is with our email assistant, we can customize the tone, we can customize the reply length, and we can give instructions to it explicitly. And in case of Gemini, there are basically high customization available, but yeah, you need to directly like type in whatever instruction it is that you wanted to give it, instead of just click on a drop down. That is actually a more user friendly way. Then in case of Emily, it actually includes tone adjustment. There are buttons for that, and you can control the length of the message, but it is given in the form of short, medium, long, that kind of thing. It is not given in terms of words, so we cannot actually know what short means, what medium means, or what long actually means. So yeah. Then in case of speed and performance, smart email assistant, it is basically dependent on the backend server response time. So there can be potential delays if your system is working on less RAM or just less CPU is available to it. In case of Gemini Gem, it is really faster since I said that we are directly approaching the Gemini API. So but it depends on the model that you're using. Right now, we all are using 2.0 Flash, so it will give a faster reply in comparison to 1.5 Flash or any other model. In case of Emily AI, it is very fast and it gives suggestions as well. So it is, but it potentially uses the local processing since it is an extension. So it is making use of our own client side scripting. So it may include features for fast caching of the information. But and if we talk about the main aspect of this, whether it is free or paid, so our smart email assistant, so we are creating it for free. We are using Gemini wrapper, and there is a lot of generous rate limitation for Gemini Gem. I haven't checked the exact thing, but I think it is really close to almost free if you are one single person and trying to use that personally. Then if you talk about Gemini Gem, so it depends on the price. Since I said Gemini provides a very generous free tier, so that will not be a problem there also. But after that, Emily AI extension, it is not really totally free. So after some time, there is like a fair usage policy or a freemium or paid subscription available. So you have to use that, because free tier always comes with the limitations, and paid versions are actually offering more advanced features and stuff. Thank you.